Welcome to Tesla Model S Adventures. This is my 2016 Tesla Model S 85D, and you join me here in the Carpathian Mountains in Ukraine. I'm going to go from Kolomyr, my hometown, all the way to Uzhhorod on one charge. We're going to find out how good this Tesla really is. So we're starting off with 97%. Routes all planned in. Kolomyr to Uzhhorod, 342 kilometers from 5 hours and 30 minutes. It's telling us we're going to get there with 5% as long as I stay below 80 kilometers. I've zeroed in trip A just so we can check at the end of it. Yeah, let's see how we finish. It's not a fancy new one with full self-driving and with a battery that's done 226,000 kilometers. So people assume the 2016 Tesla Model S, being 10 years old now, is obsolete, what with the plaid and all the newer technology and stuff like that. Yeah, it doesn't, as I said before, it doesn't have full self-driving, but it's still a great car. So with the AP1, it is fairly limited, but we have traffic aware cruise control, we have auto steer beta, but actually works great. We have automatic emergency braking, I'm reading it off the screen, and we have obstacle aware acceleration and traffic aware cruise control. I've travelled lots across Europe and it's invaluable when you're doing long distance. It really does take the pressure off you when it drives itself, especially when it's foggy and at night time, and yeah, great. So I'm going to put it into auto steer, so just a double tap of the lever down here. And there we go, it's in auto steer and the car is driving itself. We're going round corners, not a problem. And it's slowing down, it knows it's down into a 50 now, into a village. So interestingly enough, we've done 24 kilometers, and if I look of the navigation, is actually recalculated and it's gone from 5% to we're going to get there at 10%. So based on my driving, we're doing all right and we're down to 89%. It's also worth pointing out I've actually put the car in chill mode rather than standard. I've got steering actually in comfort because I like it on long trips. Regenerative braking is standard, and I've actually put it in range mode, which range mode will save energy by reducing climate control power. It will also distribute torque between the motors to improve range. Heating or cooling the cabin be less effective. But it's currently 7 degrees outside. Let's see how far we go on this trip with one charge. So just while we're driving along, one interesting thing I have done, and it'd be interesting to find out if it has made a difference, supposedly it's supposed to. I had some winter tyres on, obviously with winter wheels, so I had some 19-inch Cyclone, I think which were actually specifically issued for a winter package when this car was originally made. And I've now bought myself some slipstream, some 19-inch slipstream, and apparently if you read up about it, they're supposed to be more aerodynamic and efficient. And obviously I've changed over to my summer tyres now, maybe slightly early, but we've got sunny weather. It has been like 12, 15, 16 degrees. It's currently 7 degrees outside, but yeah, it'll be interesting to find out actually how much difference they make. Currently we're averaging 134 watt hours per kilometre. So one thing you don't get bored of here in Ukraine is cars swerving all over the road for apparently what seems no reason. Actually, we got a game over here called Dodge the Pothole. There you go. State of Ukrainian roads currently. Red. I'm trying to repair the roads, I suppose. feel like I'm doing a bit of off-roading there. So we're currently on the outskirts of Ivano-Frankivsk now. We're on our way to, or past our next, we're not stop, but we're going through Kalush. Currently we're saying it's going to get there with 12%, and we're on 77%, and we are using averaged, I think that's just took it out of it a little bit, going up and down hill and across all that. We're averaging 177 watt hours a kilometre. That's based on the last 25 kilometres. See it's slowing up behind another car. I'm not doing anything, my feet are not even on the pedals. This car's like 10 years old now, and genuinely it's still surprising people. That's the thing about this generation of Tesla. It was basically way ahead of its time. This Model S was basically the car that put Tesla on the map. Yeah, it might not have all of the advanced technology, the full self-driving, but actually the quality of the car, the materials, the Alcantara, the leather, the real leather seats, are a much nice place to be. Just looking around now, how beautiful it is now the sunshine's coming out, and how different it is. Oh my god, I'll probably put a picture in here or a video here of what it was just 6 weeks ago. It was minus 15 and 16, and this had been completely covered in snow and ice. Oh, and the other thing about these cars, you don't actually use your brakes much. It's literally just a 1 foot accelerator, and obviously if you're using autopilot, you don't even use that. It's got regenerative braking, so basically when you're going down hills or when you take your foot off, the engine or the motor itself slows you down, and it puts regenerative power in there. So just going past the fuel station, 73.99 hryvnia. Another one back there was 79 hryvnia. Yeah, it's gone up, obviously, because of what's happened. It's tremendous difference. It was not that long ago, it was around about 51 hryvnia. Particularly at the moment, having an electric car is fantastic. I'm paying 2.16 hryvnia per kilowatt. Yeah, so to fill this up is incredibly cheap. So you can start to see the mountains in the background, the snowy tops over there. So interestingly enough, with all these hills going up and down, as I said earlier, the regenerative braking, we've actually gone from 11% and we're now 18% when we get there. So we're actually putting more back into the battery than what we're actually using. So we're on the twisty roads, beautiful rivers by the side, as you can see, and like I said, it starts to drain the battery a little bit. Well, so we're currently now, we've gone from 166 watt hours a mile to 195. In the distance there, you can see the snow on the mountain top still. So now's a good time to turn around and say there's a lot of you on here that are watching, and if you are enjoying it, please subscribe, like, share. It does help the algorithm, and obviously I want to grow this channel into something much bigger. Again, we're up to 215 watt hours. There's still the remnants of snow here. Someone in a major hurry. We're now up to 221 watt hours a kilometre, but our actual destination, we've gone up to 19%. climb uphill now. Up to 251. Beautiful scenery and windy roads. Look at that. Wow. Some of the roads along here are fantastic, really good roads. And occasionally we get a river that runs down by the side, and hopefully I'll pick that up on the video at some point. So I've been living in Western Ukraine now for, well, since 2019, and damn, look, this is so pretty. Said about coming back down the mountains. So look at that, I'm averaging 36 watt hours a kilometre, because literally all we're doing is going downhill. Incredible. Look at these views. Currently done 199 kilometers. We've got 48% left, and we're going to get there with 19%, which I think for a 10-year-old Tesla with 226,000 kilometers is fantastic. Old villages. They still are very proud of their churches here. I'm just going to let you enjoy some of the scenery. colourful sunshine coming through. I can see it on the camera. So we are down to 37%. We're going to get there with 18%, which I still think is fantastic. And we have covered so far 248 kilometres. Just crossed into Özgürd region. Another quick reminder, if you're watching the content and you're enjoying it, please subscribe, share, like, as long as it helps the content and we can carry on doing more videos like this. We're on the last final bit, 2.8 or 2.7 kilometers left. There's something about an old Tesla, it just works. It doesn't have to be the newest, and I know people nowadays always want the latest and the newest, but let's face it, all it has to do is work. Nice big posh Range Rover in front. I think this is my turning here. And here we are, it's the charger. So, we did the whole trip, 17% left, and we did 354 kilometers and averaged 149 watt hours a kilometer. 2016 Tesla Model S, albeit old, it's still done what it's supposed to do. It's still done Kolomea to Özgürd in one go, and we still had 17% left. It doesn't need to be the newest, just needs to be right. And today it was right and it did work. Look at the size of that for a house. Overlooking the lovely river. The one next to it. Another beautiful property.